It's time for Kenshin Showcase. So what is good everyone? My name is Tatsumi, back again for another Grand Summoners video. And yeah, with the release of the Kenshin or Rurouni Kenshin collab, we got the two boy for the first part of the banner. We got Kenshin. Whoa! Kenshin Himura! And Sagara. New! Sanosuke Sagara! We are so damn lucky that we pulled these two units out of 250 crystals, and those are free. So we are gonna be looking for Kenshins first, and I consider the best unit out of the collab. So very quickly go over what he does. So let's go ahead and take a look with his kits and abilities. So Kenshin is actually a light unit and belongs to human race. So the passive abilities is generic. It was a 100% paralysis resistance and a paralysis evasion rate, so he cannot be paralyzed, and a damage boost level 1, so every 100 of his attack it increases his damage by 1%. So, and the unique passive is all allies damage taken down by 10%. Time is light unit. So if you have 4 light units in your party, then you will take advantage the 40% light resistance down, and this one will be around 2 minutes if you are running with 4 light units. All right, or or a monolight team, I should say. So the skill is a increase archcage by 50% when casting a critical hits, and the art, so increase allies super art damage, so it is only for super arts by 100%. And the true art is deals 65,000% light damage physical. So it also increases light units attack by 50% every time true art is activated, and this one can be stacked and max around 200%. And on top of that, it also boosts archgauge of all units, not only for light units but all units. So he is gonna be the best universal light support unit or sub attacker for the entire season of the Kenshin. So Kenshin is a type F archant. Consider that his archant is conditional, and it only applies to those units that have 50% or more HP. So take note of that. And the super art deals a massive damage. It is a 180,000% light damage, and this one is physical. And yeah, he have the access to deal the super crit weight around 50%, and also increases all allies crit weight by 100%. So not just by himself, he also includes all allies crit weight. And this one, it lasts 30 seconds. So since we already have seen Kenshin's abilities, then let's go ahead with the quest. So currently I was able to manage to get a 4+ quest with him, and I've been wanting him with around 579 runs starting yesterday, and still we only have, yeah, we are damn so lucky that we got at least one level 4+, and I am still working on the second 4+ for him. So what are the best quests for Kenshin? So Kenshin is actually a sub attacker that has a attacker value with his kit. So whether if you are building him as a support, so whether you are building him as an attacker, it will always good. So I have him equipped with the level 4 archcage, which is really good with his kits because he needs to get his true art as soon as possible in order for him to support his allies. And the second quest, I would highly recommend to have a attack quest for him, because he really need that attack quest in order for you to boost, in order for you to take advantage the passive that boosts 1% damage every 100 of his attack. And that's pretty much it, and that is how you build him. And also, let's go ahead and take over with the best equipment that I could possibly suggest with you guys. So Kenshin is easy to build. I've been using him with a 500 something once right now, and this is the best build that I should recommend if you, whether if you are free to play or whether if you are a spender with the game. So he really needs his true weapon. His true weapon gives a lot of damage buff with his kit. So first thing first, the skill is reduces enemies' light resistance by 30% for 8 seconds, and also increases the damage taken by of the enemy by 20% if the user is a human. And the passive ability is Kenshin's critical damage is increased by 50%, and also autofills his arch gauge by 1, and additional attack by 5%, which is really good. So that is the 5-star physical, and let's go over with what I can recommend with the defense. Or yeah, for the defense. Okay, so for the defense, I would highly recommend this free-to-play equipment here that I am using here. So this is Holy Armor and Range. So it was a free-to-play equipment. It can be farmed from Celia event. Well, I don't know if this event will be a real one. So what is good about this equipment is that not only with the skill, so the skill is actually reduces target's damage by 50% for 6 seconds. Yes, it was a short duration, and also heals the target HP by 10% of the damage from the enemy. And what's good about this equipment is that with the passive ability, so HP auto recovery by 20, attack up by 30% of the amount of the own depth. This equipment literally converts defense to attack, which is really good for Kenshin, that it can boost his damage potential. Then that is the 5-star defense for Kenshin. So the 4-star, I highly recommended this Hatred Claw Grief. This is also a free-to-play, which is a really good, and it can only obtain from mines. What it does is it consumes the user's HP around 25%, and in return, in exchange, it increases own attack by 30% and also autofills arch gauge by 2 for 10 seconds, and that is really great. So max HP down 15%, which is not which is the downside of this equipment, but yeah, just ignore it and you will get the 30% attack and the 2% arch gauge for 10 seconds, which is really great. So Kenshin does really needs to get evolved to 7 stars. So whenever you use these two materials here, so I am telling you, these two materials here are very valuable, so you should keep them. And yeah, they can only obtain from specific event and from the exchange shop for paid. So you need to pay in order for you to get this one. And what it does is it changed the 4-star physical into a support equipment. So it is really important to limit break him to 7-star. What I can say is that it does not really need it unless you are really wanted to invest with Kenshin. But for most people, I know that she doesn't really need it to have a 7-star. The 4-star physical equipment is really good already for him to equip the sacred claw. If the grief, I mean the grief. So yeah, that is how I build Kenshin. So more on attack and you're good to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and do some showcase with Kenshin's, and let's do some boss fights with it. So the available quest pahalas is the Shrine Curse Claw. So we will need a unit that a tank or a sustain as well. So this extremely experimental scars are not really that hard. It can be beaten by so many guys, or it can be beaten by faster than I did. So let's go ahead and take a look with how fast others or the top ranking others can clear this. So yeah, they can clear around 2 seconds, which is literally insane. I don't know how they managed to do that 2 seconds clear time, but we are only a casual player here, so we can only clear around, I believe, 39 seconds, or making sure that we are going to clear it everyone, because we are going to save time and we need tank or tone tank. So if you see here, the 18 seconds clear time, they don't have any sustains. Most of them are running with a attacker, but they have Shiro here with 23 seconds clear time, which is really great. But since we are just running with the team that I have, because especially I don't have every units here in the game, I can only use the units that I have. So currently I am running with Hoka, and then Slade, and then Valti LR. So one thing I wanted about the AI set. Alright, so since Kenshin has two gameplay mechanic, she can be a support, she can be your main DPS. So since we are going to build Kenshin as our main DPS, we are only going to make his abilities rotations into arts and super arts. So since arts boost his super arts, and then we are going to use these super arts. Yeah, and the other two rotation here, since Hoka is our main sustain support, Hoka gives a critical boost damage and also attack 100% attack up. So the current rotation of Hoka is with the super arts, and after super arts he uses his arts. And also Slade will give us a 180 damage boost with his passive. Since he is in the second slot, he boosts human damage by 180% up by using with his arts and true arts. So the rotation of the Slade is true arts, and Valtier R is our main sustain, and it can be changed with any DPS unit. You can change it Valtier R for a DPS unit so that you can clear it faster. But since this is just an AI, and I wanted to make sure that every run will guaranteed clear, so we only have this ones, and I think we are good to go. And I'm just going to set this an AI, so I'll be leaving you guys for now.
始めよう。どういうことだ。どんなことがあろうかと。なるほどなるほど。削れ。天御剣流。流追。実に興味深い。いいで解析。問題はここからだ。ハッキング成功。さあ、お披露目といこうか。もたらすものよ。目を閉じて。大いな。この身に宿れ。見よ。奇跡の表現を。アレスインデブンダー大いなる意志を分析開始いいデータが取れたよワイデシやグラン天御剣流奥義天かける竜のひらめき道を破滅をもたらすものよ目を閉じてみろ愛禅バル天御剣流大いこの身に宿れ見よ奇跡の権限をここだいいで解析問題はここからだあれ天御剣流奥義天かけるお披露目といこうか圧倒せよ道破滅をもたらすものよ目をなるほどいいデータが取れたよ列車トポロジーアタック見よ奇跡の権限を天御剣流流追アシッド系アレスインデブンダー
And yeah, and I think that Kenshin has a potential to be a SS tier. So what I can say is that Kenshin has a good value to be part of the light team or any team or your universal team. He is going to be your best friend after the next crossover. Yeah. And if you're planning to pull Kenshin, well, good luck on your pulls, guys. And what can you say about the unit? Let me know in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one later.